Welcome back, everyone. Sadly, there's a lot of people in our community looking for jobs right now with the economic downturn, a lot of layoffs that are happening. A lot of people are looking for that next step.
Yeah, they are, and especially you mentioned during this kind of economic climate, tons of folks that you normally wouldn't expect to be looking for jobs are left in the situation where they are out of work or underemployed.
Yes, and some people are overskilled. Is that so crazy when you say that?
It is.
But the truth is, a lot of people are looking for their next step, looking for their next job, next career. Maybe it's even a matter of weren't happy where they are and looking for their next passion in life, because that can happen too.
That can
Not
definitely
always
happen.
for bad reasons, sometimes it's for good reasons too. With us now are two actually career experts and career coaches to help you find your next mission in life. With us now is Kevin and Nancy. Thanks for being here, guys. Welcome to the show. You have a great event that's coming up. Tell our viewers about it.
Sure. First of all, my name is Kevin. I'm with the Career Coach, which is part of the Center of Education and Training. And what we are is a mobile unit that travels in the community. It's a 37-foot mobile, travels in the community and helps newcomers and youth with jobs. But our main event coming up right now is called Aim Higher.
And Aim Higher is a network and information event. And what employers are hosting are interactive job fairs, interactive exhibits where individuals can come in and learn about possible new career choices.
Okay, so this is a great opportunity, as we mentioned, for folks who might have lost their job unexpectedly, who are looking to perhaps change career paths as well. What are you finding a lot of people are coming to you and saying? Is that the situation that they're in, that they didn't expect to be unemployed, and they now need to look for...
Well, first of all, the event's on March 10th at Living Arts Center in
Right.
Mississauga. But yes, you're right about that. They're coming to us. They haven't had an interview in 20 years, 25 years.
Right.
So what we do is we walk them through these steps. Haven't done a resume, haven't done a cover letter. Don't even know they're still using old-fashioned stuff that we may see on WordPerfect maybe. So now they get an opportunity to sit down with us and kind of go through the process step by step. So that's what we do.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. A lot of people do make some little errors when it comes to going in for that first job interview or even preparing their resume. Have you noticed a lot of trends in terms of that? Like a lot of things that people keep doing and keep making the same mistakes?
A lot of people don't prepare for these career events. They believe that they'll walk in and get a job right away, and that's not the purpose of it. The purpose is to network, to make sure you have your resume absolutely polished, to present yourself in the best possible light, and to make sure that you actually make those contacts, get business cards, get
I guess you're really selling yourself as a product. You're packaging yourself in a way. And when you're doing that, what are some of the basic tips that anyone can keep in mind, no matter the industry that they're looking to get into?
Yeah, do your homework. Before you go there, find out who's going to be there, who's going to be at the event. Research the company. Prepare yourself. Have some questions for them. Sometimes they always want the employer to ask them the questions. Have some questions for them. You haven't had a job in a couple of months, couple of years. You have some questions. How can I get into your company? What can I do? What extra schooling can I do? So those are things that we say before you go in there. Be prepared. Don't just go in there blind, like Nancy was saying. Be prepared before you go there.
So maybe get someone to help you practice at home.
That's a
do
great
a little
idea.
mock interview.
Absolutely.
What are some of those questions that you should expect from a new employer?
Some of the common questions include, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? We're not all perfect. So pick a weakness that you've been improving on and let the employer know that you actually are aware of that and trying to improve yourself. Use positive examples that you've done before in the past, be it a work life, your personal life, your volunteer life, that you're proud of, and discuss those strengths and accomplishments with that employer.
Right. Now, when you're talking about career coaching, what does that mean and how can you assist someone?
Right from the very beginning, like we said, just sitting down with the resume, exactly what format to use. Sometimes it's a matter of you had maybe too many jobs in the past, so you list all these jobs. So you may want to switch it to a more of a functional style resume where now it can narrow it down to, okay, your customer service skills, your technical skills, your management skills, and then list the jobs below. So just different ways of formatting a resume. Not all resumes have to be exactly the same. It has to be unique to you and being able to do that. So that's one of the things that we may coach them through.
You talked about the expectations of the employer. Should we be going into an interview with our own set expectations as well?
Absolutely. Go in with your confidence held high. Know that what you want is what you want, and go in there and say, you know what, I'm the best person for this job, and make sure that your confidence exudes that, not in a cocky way, but in a way that presents yourself in the best possible light.
Now, it can be difficult, for folks who have a certain skill set and they're in an interview situation and perhaps it goes well and they're at the point in the negotiations where we're talking about salary. At this point in time, folks need jobs, but they also don't want to undervalue themselves. How do you deal with that?
Or overvalue and scare them off.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
With that, you have to then do your research. Find out more about what the range is in terms of where you're going to be starting off at. If you are entry level, that's fine. Ensure that you know what the approximate value range is. And again, don't underestimate yourself. Give yourself a range. Don't give yourself a hard value. So give that range of about $5,000 or so and present that to the employer.
As Deja mentioned, will you scare an employer off if you go in there too high?
I would recommend you don't say money up front. That would be the last thing you mention on
But sometimes
when
they
you're
say to
in.
you, what would you expect as your starting
and
salary?
that's usually at the end.
Yeah.
And like Nancy was saying, know exactly what your value is and what the value they're looking for.
Yeah.
So if some jobs might say, like, I'm looking for this between 40 to 50,000, let's say, and then you go and say I want 60. Well, unrealistically, they're not even offering you that on the high range. You're above that. So did you go and did you do your homework? Did you know that they're not offering anything more than 50? And so that could be an example. Do your homework.
Well, we mentioned the event that you are putting on very shortly. It's March 10th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., so all day long. There's no excuses. You got to make this one. It's a Living Arts Center, to Living Arts Center Drive, of course. Tell us a little bit more about what's going to be there and what we can expect.
Absolutely. There's going to be exhibitors, which are employers in the community that are either actively looking or about to be looking for individuals, be it full-time, part-time, or even summer opportunities for our youngsters out there. Some possible exhibitors, some confirmed exhibitors, as well as some possibles that are coming up are the Canadian Armed Forces, the Investors Group, RBC, Sheridan College, Sun Life. So these very big names, as well as some community organizations that can help you with resumes.
So there'll be booths set up for all these different organizations. Will there be career coaches there as well?
Absolutely. We'll have our mobile units outside of the Living Arts Center. You can go on site. You can actually work on your resume at 10 o'clock, practice some interview with us at 11 o'clock, and then walk right into the building at 12 o'clock and speak to an employer right away. So we have everything ready for them. We're also going to be setting up some buses throughout the Peel region in Brampton and Mississauga to be able to pick them up at different locations, pick up clients, and actually bring them to the so you can go on our website and check that out. So we're doing everything we can to help you. Like you said, no excuses for them not to be.
Get off that couch. Get off that couch.
We will bring you to the event. That's what we'll do. That's what we're the career coach.
Great, guys. I mean, it's great advice for a lot of folks out there in the community right now that are worried and that are struggling and need some help in terms of how to get back on track. So this is a great event, and we're going to put all the information up on the board as to how you can get involved with it right now. We'll be back.
Thank you so much.
No
guys.
Thanks so much.
No excuses.
Thursday.